Hey, Andrew, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's up?
So, we've been working through baby step 2 for about 4 months and doing decent with it so far. But me and my wife are debating about having a birthday party for our 2 kids, as her sister, who doesn't come down very often, is going to be over in about 2 months, which lines up with that. Should I argue with her about it, or should I just shut up and put it in the budget?
I'm sorry, you're arguing about a birthday party for your children, whether you can afford that.
Yes, basically.
What are you spending on? What are you spending on a birthday party for children?
Not tons, but I'm just in.
Well, what's a ton?
Is it $50 or $500?
A couple $100 probably. Like probably up to 4 to 5 probably on the range.
And these children are how old?
They will be 1 and 8.
Okay, all right. Well, so the 1-year-old birthday party is really for the adults.
No, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. And so
Are people invited to this? A big party? You're inviting a lot of people, or is this more just for the family?
Family.
Okay.
Family
Does your wife cook?
She could.
So she could make a cake. Like my mom did for my birthday. I never had a store-bought cake until I was in college. I didn't know you could get a cake at the store. I didn't know that was an option. And I haven't said that one time to a therapist. I've made it okay. So I mean, good old Duncan Hines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think you could have a whale of a party for $100 if you kind of put your heads together. Yes, I think you ought to have a birthday party for your children, but do we have to have 6 dancing ponies that cost $2,000? No,
we'll have to skip the petting zoo and the inflatables this year.
Okay, so you're saying just go with something more reasonable is the way to do it.
Go to the dollar store and get some cheap decor and plates. It'll cost you $5.
Hey, and let me tell you what happens with Sharon and me too, is we start arguing about concepts, and we've actually end up with actual similar numbers in our heads. Like she's got this big party in her mind, for instance, maybe you got a small party in your mind, and if you actually sat down and wrote out what you were going to spend, both of you probably wouldn't be that far apart. How could we do the part? A good question would be, I think a party is very important. This is you talking to your wife. I think a party is very important. It's really important for a 1-year-old that we celebrate that. You only get one of those. We don't want to miss out on that. Okay. And so let's have a big party. How can we do that, given that we have this goal of trying to remain reasonable with our budgeting? And so what are you thinking of spending? And how can we get a lot of bang for our buck, and I'll help? I'll get out the directions and bake a cake. If you could do that, it wouldn't kill you. And I could probably pull it off, and I'm really suck in the kitchen, but I could probably pull off a cake. Might take a couple tries, but it'd still be cheaper than buying one.
Dave just auditioned for the Great British Bake Off. It just happened.
There's a thing called the British Bake Off.
It's big on Netflix. The kids watch it.
Okay. Well,
but Andrew, the key here is you don't want it to set you back on your debt-free journey.
You might be closer than you think you are when you have a discussion. That's not about do a party or not do a party. It's more about what do we spend on a party that is reasonable. And when Sharon and I start doing that, she's kind of talking in these flowery terms about buying, redecorating the home. And I'm like, okay, crap, I just heard $200,000. And she's thinking $2,000. I just wanted another thing in there, And I'm like, oh, I should have shut up and listened. Okay. Because she said redecorate. I heard 200. She was saying, 2,000 or 3. You know what I'm saying?
It's
sometimes you miss each other because all I hear is one thing in my head goes, warning, warning, warning. Yeah, you
dig into the details.
You heard party and you went, my budget is busted. I'm trashed. Dave Ramsey's going to come to my house and hit me with a baseball bat. No, none of that's true. Okay, it's not going to happen.
Well, you can go to Costco and get 2 pizzas and a sheet cake for like $30 and call it a day.
See, now there you went buying cakes again. You can get a sheet cake at Costco for $30.
Yeah, they'll put your face on it. Whatever you want to do, they'll do it.
How is it that you know this, George?
I've been known to shop at Costco.
To put your face on a
You can do anything.
A George cake.
Dave, I'm sure people have sent you cakes with your face on it. Has that not happened yet?
We didn't eat those. No, that's not edible.
There's something weird about cutting into your own face and then eating it.
It's
uncomfortable.
It's just I worry about what's in that cake.
But Dave, how do you grapple with folks that are in baby step 2 and things come up? We had one about a quinceañera, and she was going to spend $8,000 because she needed to go on the cruise for her niece for the quinceañera, and we said,
nope,
you're not going on the cruise.
Nope.
So what are the boundary conversations you need to have? What are the financial pieces that you need to go, all right,
well, I mean,
set a budget?
What if you had to do something you really couldn't afford? What would you say?
I'd go make the money to do it.
Okay, in order to make the 16-year-old niece happy, you need to buy her a $600,000 Bentley. You would go, well, that's stupid. Of course I'm not doing that. A, I don't have $600,000. B, I don't have a Bentley, so she's sure not getting one. So C, I hadn't been on a cruise, so I'm sure not going on one for you, and I don't have $8,000 because I'm broke people in debt. But you gotta extrapolate this stuff in your mind to go the absurdity of the request. If you just pan back and go, what if it was add a zero to it? You would go, well, no. Well, that's the way we're looking at it. When you bring up something like spending $8,000 on a child's cruise while you're broke. Now we know why you're broke. This is the Ramsey Show.